my name is Nicole Katz, and I lead corporate affairs and customer engagement for Allergan Aesthetics. We're an AbbVie company, but you probably all know us best as the makers of Botox Cosmetic. So I'm super excited to be here for a panel that is all about Botox Cosmetic with my lovely guests. Please welcome Jenna Rennert. She is a beauty and fashion expert, former editor of Vogue. Hi, Jenna.
Hello.
We have Alexa Mastrone. She is a lead injector for Skinny Med Spa and a nurse practitioner. Thank you so much for joining us, Alexa.
Thank you for having me.
And we have Mandy Ansari. She is the founder of Modern Girl Media and a lifestyle influencer. Hi, Mandy.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here.
So I'm going to ask you all to just introduce yourselves a little bit and maybe tell us one little thing about your experience with Botox. Jenna, why don't you go first?
Hi, guys. I'm Jenna Rennert. Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here to talk about one of my favorite things to talk about. And I live in New York City, and something that I would like you all to know is that I first received Botox Cosmetic when I was 25, and I won't tell you how old I am now.
My name is Alexa Mastrone, and I'm a board-certified nurse practitioner, and I love Botox because I administer it almost every day, and I too have been receiving Botox Cosmetics since I'm 25 years old.
I love that that's a common denominator because I also received Botox for the first time at 25, and I'm 37 now, and it has been a part of my self-care regimen for 12 years now.
Amazing. Thank you all so much. So before we get started, I just want to say a couple of things about our friend Botox Cosmetic. First of all, we are about to celebrate the 4th annual Botox Cosmetic Day. It is happening on November 16th. Yes, it's clappable. Go ahead, go for it. It's good. You know why it's clappable? Because we are going to have amazing offers, 2 amazing offers for you, as a matter of fact. In order to receive these offers, you need to be a member of our loyalty club, Alle, A-L-L-E. If you do not have the Alle app, please download it now. And for everyone who is staying today, there will be a special offer. So stick with us through this panel. We have a lot to chat about. And we're going to have a great time, and we will also be providing $100 off your next Botox Cosmetic treatment for joining us here today. You will get those points in your Alle app, so make sure you download the app. Okay, our panel tonight is focused on the importance of having an open dialogue around aesthetic treatments, and also about taking a little moment for yourself, right? Before the holidays, there's a lot going on. It's Halloween, as we all know. And before that, before you know it, it'll be Thanksgiving and on and on. So make sure you take some time for yourself, and Botox Cosmetic is a great way to do that. So Botox Cosmetic is the #1 selling treatment of its kind. It's the only treatment that is available to use in 3 areas of the face and is approved for that. And so before we get started and talk a little bit about everyone's experiences, I want to turn it over to you, Alexa, to tell us what exactly is Botox Cosmetic and a little bit about its safety profile.
Sure. Thank you. So Botox Cosmetic is approved for use in 3 areas. Those areas would be between the brows, the forehead lines, as well as the crow's feet for moderate to severe lines.
So just to remind, between the forehead line, those are glabellar lines, right? That's what we call that?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what we refer to those as.
Okay, great. Awesome. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the safety profile for Botox Cosmetic?
So Botox Cosmetic is actually one of the top studied drugs in the world. It's actually studied more than Tylenol, and I'm sure that a lot of us take that on a daily basis.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing, Alexa. So, Mandy, you're a newlywed. Congratulations, Mandy.
Thank
It's
you.
awesome. We all
Thanks.
follow you. Tell us about your experience getting Botox Cosmetic.
So for me, Botox Cosmetic really truly has been a form of self-care. It is that time that I take for myself, a moment for me always. I really find that receiving Botox Cosmetic treatments help me be my best self and feel the most comfortable in my own skin, which is something that's really important to me, and I think that's important for everyone.
You mentioned, Mandy, that you started when you were 25 and you've been, continuing with treatment. What motivates you to continue to get treated?
Well, I love the results, first of all. Second of all, I am very expressive. I'm Iranian, so by nature, a Middle Eastern woman is very expressive. So the glabella lines are very active. I'm sure I would look a lot older had I never, received Botox Cosmetic. So it's something that I love and that I've seen wonderful, precise results with over the years. And I think what I love most about it is it doesn't take away from my natural look. I think a lot of times people are worried about looking unnatural or not looking like themselves, and I think quite the contrary. It helps me look like my best self all the time.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Jenna, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience getting Botox Cosmetic?
For sure. So as I said, I started getting Botox when I was 25, and my job every day as an influencer, I speak pretty authentically, I think, about everything under the sun, from makeup to skincare to, my son who's a year, and talking about
baby, yes.
how he sleeps and how he doesn't sleep. And if you follow me, you know all the ins and outs about that. So I like to be pretty transparent with my followers, and I think it's really important to be authentic, especially today. So receiving Botox Cosmetic is something that I like to talk to my followers about, because I think it's super important to be transparent about everything that I'm doing in my life and everything I'm doing to my face. And I feel like Botox Cosmetic, is, or maybe was, a bit taboo to kind of speak about. When I was an editor, I never spoke about it publicly. I felt like I would be somehow judged, or, it just was a bit taboo. And I feel like in the last couple of years, it has been, it has become more mainstream, and it's important to make these topics, more mainstream and talk about them.
Are you talking about it not only with your followers, do you talk about it with your friends?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, I talk about everything with my friends, and I guess my followers too. So, yeah, of course. And I feel like it's a conversation starter, and it's not something that I want to hide personally, because it's part of my life and it's part of my everyday. Yeah.
Thank you. Mandy, you're shaking your head. How about you? Are you having a similar experience with your followers and your friends?
One of my passion in life is helping people feel less alone. And I think when we aren't transparent and we aren't honest about things, we're putting a false narrative out there. And that's something that I really hate. And I think that's what leads to people feeling isolated or alone, and a plethora of other issues that we can talk about on another day. But I think being transparent about treatments like Botox Cosmetic and what makes you feel your best self and what helps you feel more confident is something that helps people feel a sense of community, honestly, because hearing everybody when they first received Botox Cosmetic as a treatment is, I feel like I'm bonded to you. Like we've all been in this for a bit, and it's something that makes us all feel better. And I think that's very important to talk about, very important to share about. And the same way that we recommend, skincare routines or workout routines or whatever it is, we should be recommending what we do from an aesthetic,
And I appreciate you for being so transparent about that, because, taking care of patients and seeing, especially women and the societal standards, and, how does she look so good? Why does she look so good? Well, I will tell you, Botox Cosmetic.
It's so true, and the people who always get dragged are the ones who aren't honest, So it's like, why would you not be honest about what's making you feel confident, look your best, and really giving you that little pep in your step to come shop at Saks and have a good time?
That's right. I love it. So maybe you can talk to us a little bit, Alexa, about what would someone expect when they're coming in for Botox Cosmetic, right? We're talking about all the after effects and how it makes us feel and look, but what's it like coming in to get a treatment?
Sure. So coming in for a treatment, it can be as involved as you would like it to be, but I really pride myself on patient education, so that's my number one. Botox Cosmetic is for use of, it prevents dynamic lines or lines of movement from turning to static lines or lines of rest. And a Botox treatment generally can take about 5 minutes. It's administered with very, very small needles. It's very quick. It's quite painless. After, it almost looks like little mosquito bites. Those will last about 20 to 30 minutes, and you can go about your day.
And how quickly or how long does it take for someone to see results when they've been treated?
It can take about 10 days.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So, Jenna, let me ask you, when you are talking with your audience about getting treatment, what are some of the things that you talk about?
I always say, and I always think about the fact that when I receive Botox cosmetic, it helps me look like me, but better. And, I don't have a ton of time. My son just turned a year, which is actually crazy to think about. We have like 8 Halloween costumes planned for the weekend. So I don't have a lot of time because I've been busy planning those Halloween costumes. But what I love about getting Botox cosmetic is that it's a very quick treatment, and it helps me look like me, but better. And I can, in terms of my schedule, I usually get it every 5 months. And I don't generally put it in my calendar because I have another reminder when I look in the mirror of when it's time for me to get another treatment. So I love that it's just a very quick treatment and procedure that I can kind of keep up with my lifestyle and just maintain. Yeah.
Sounds like it works for you. Alexa, tell me, when you're talking with patients, Jenna brought up a good point about continuity of care. What is your recommendation for patients when they come in for Botox? How often should they be seen?
My recommendation typically is for patients to expect to receive a treatment with Botox cosmetic every 3 to 4 months. Some people can actually go a little bit longer. Those are my people who have been, consistent with their treatments over the years, and fortunately enough, they're able to kind of go from 4 to 3 treatments maybe in the year.
Mandy, talk to us a little bit about what inspired you to start getting Botox cosmetic. You told us your age when you started, but what was your inspiration?
So, fun fact, I used to be a school principal, and I graduated high school at 15. And by the time I was 23, I was a school principal. So the weight of that job aged me very quickly. And so at 25, I really felt like I needed something to look more well-rested. I needed to really just be preventative about my fine lines and wrinkles. And it motivated me also to just take a moment for myself and make sure that I'm scheduling time for self-care. And Botox Cosmetic was one of those things as a form of self-care.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And wow, what a history you have. Very interesting. I mean, Alexa, what do you see for your patients who come in? I imagine there's a lot of conversation when new patients come in and they're talking to you about expectations. What are some of the reasons people are coming in for Botox Cosmetic?
People are coming in because the conversation has become more open about things. And I really appreciate these 2 women sitting next to me right now because they're more transparent. And that's really opening the door to a lot of conversations. When people are coming in, we have that conversation, just let's do this. And the best and the worst thing about Botox Cosmetic is that it will go away. So, if it's something that's for you, guess what? Now you're a lady or a man of maintenance.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Well, I can talk about this all night. But I think we're coming to a time when we're going to have a little bit more festivities, and I know you want to get out there and talk to the audience. Maybe we can go through and just, each have one more thing if you want to share before we wrap this up. Jenna, do you want to start?
What would you like to know, everyone? I could sit here and talk to you about anything all night, especially Botox. Thank you so much for having me on this panel. This was so fun and so informative, and I think it's so important to talk about these things and get the messaging out there, and really to be transparent about something, especially like Botox Cosmetic. And I'm just so thrilled to have been here and be with you lovely ladies tonight. Yeah.
We appreciate you coming and talking all about it with us and with your audience, and your authenticity. It really means a lot. So thank you so much. Alexa, I'm going to ask you one more. I just thought of it. Why do you choose Botox Cosmetic for your patients?
I choose Botox Cosmetic for my patients because it's precise. I know the results that I'm going to receive, and I know every time it's going to be a consistent treatment.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining us today, Alexa. Mandy, do you want to share one more thing as we wrap up?
Yeah, to that point, I just got married about 2 months ago, and receiving Botox Cosmetic was a big part of my bridal prep journey. And because it is so precise, that was one of my biggest priorities, was making sure I scheduled my appointment 2 weeks before my wedding. And I was able to say, I don't want to have an ugly crying moment at the altar when I'm really emotional. I want it to look natural and look like me. And so we were able to achieve that with the precision that Botox Cosmetic does give you, to really look like you, but maybe a little bit more refined.
Amazing.
And you did look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
You all do. Thank you so much. Well, we will all be here for a short while after this panel discussion. So if you have any questions, please come up and chat with us. And don't forget, there will be gifts. I see the gift bags are being handed out now. So $100 off your next treatment at Botox Cosmetic. If you're looking for a provider, go to BotoxCosmetic.com, where we have a provider lookup available for you. And thank you all so much. Happy Halloween weekend, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.